Because what is wrong with the system now?
Okay, I'm prepared to answer that. I don't know if
I'm asking it. I'm one of the selectmen.
Okay.
You can.
Well, okay, then I'll get out my thoughts. There is nothing wrong with what we're doing now. The question that was put to us is, what could we improve? Okay, I would venture to say that if we are not looking at a proposal that potentially could improve the Board of Education, and by extension, not only the Board of Education, but the ability of the voters to express their opinion as to who should be on the board, because it's relatively limited now. I think everybody would agree with that. Yes? No?
I don't, but.
Well, right now, to the most part, the town committees dictate. But I guess I look at it and I say, if we have, if you're looking at what would make the better for the students.
Well, ultimately, that's the goal here.
Absolutely. And
but my question, Brian, my question though is, I don't want to get into the politics. I want to, with an unbalanced board, how does it make it better for the students? That's what I'm trying to get at here.
There's no guarantees, but I guess what I'm saying is, what is the purpose of any legislation is to look at, propose, debate, and enact something that we believe would make it better. And we think that by reflecting more clearly the will of the voters in the election process, you have the possibility, the belief that you are going to improve the people improve the reflection of the committee or the community's desires as to what the Board of Education should be doing. I equate it to, there's this apocryphal story of the chair or the commissioner of the patent office back in 1899 who said, well, everything's been invented, we can close down. Well, if we are not willing to look at the possibility of what we believe might make a law might make things better, why don't we just stop government?
So my last question, Mr. Chairman. So what if the town committees don't put up? You have 1 year that's 3, correct? 1 year that's 5.
Correct.
Now I would assume you're going to get a better response. Who wants to run? You're going to have more candidates, one would imagine, running against 3 versus 5. That's a whole other debate. But in the end, what prevents the town committees from giving that choice by just putting up 3?
Well, then again, you are no better off than you are now, but we're opening up the opportunity for that.
I get the opportunity, but you know in reality how difficult it is to recruit candidates anyway. You're not concerned that we're going to be
part of.
So here, the unintended consequences. What you don't want to happen here is, the RTM votes. We go to this proposal, and then in the end, you just have both town committees putting up the limited amount of numbers because they don't want people competing against each other. Then you have unbalanced boards, and after all this work has been done, that is that's what happens. That's the reality of it.
And we, part of the recommendations, or the encouragements, I guess I'll be clear, is for the town committees to actively recruit. We had discussions with Mr. Raymer and with Mr. Walco about that. How do we encourage, and we recognize we can't force, how do we encourage you to recruit and get more people involved in the process?
But Brian, the reality is of it, though. Is that going to happen? I bet you it's not.